Right, Mark, today's topic is super exciting, the present tense.
Present tense? You mean like right now?
Yes, exactly, right now. I'm talking to you, and you're listening. See, we're already using it.
I say, I am drinking coffee right now. I'm in the present tense, right?
Yep, and if I say, I am judging Mark's coffee choice, that's the present tense too.
Oh no, I'm stuck in the present. I can't escape.
Don't worry, we'll help you break free and use it like a pro.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Speaking English Daily Dose.
Hi guys, it's so great to have you back with us. I'm Mark and this is Sarah.
We're here to help you practice English in a way that feels real and natural.
Yes, whether you're just starting out or looking to improve, we want to help you use English in everyday conversations.
Today's topic is really important, the present tense.
Exactly. It sounds simple, but there are actually a few different types of present tense we use in English, and we're going to help you understand them all today.
We'll also practice some fun examples and help you understand when to use each one.
So, if you're ready to practice, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Yes, subscribing really helps us out. Plus, we have new lessons every week to keep your English learning on track.
All right, let's dive into today's topic, the present tense. Are you ready, Sarah?
Ready as always. Let's go.
So, Sarah, how was your weekend?
It was really nice, actually. The weather was perfect, sunny but not too hot. I spent most of my Saturday at the park with some friends.
Sounds lovely. I went hiking on Sunday. It was a little more exhausting than I expected, but the view was amazing at the top.
Oh, I love hiking. Where did you go?
I went to the hills near my house. It's a bit of a climb, but you get to see the whole city from up there.
Nice. I usually just go for walks in the park. It's easier, but it's nice to get outside and enjoy the fresh air.
True. I think getting outside is so important. How's your mood these days? You look pretty relaxed.
I'm doing well. I've been taking some time to relax and not overthink things. Just enjoying the small moments.
That sounds like a great approach. I think we all need to do that more often.
Yeah, for sure. And now that we're talking about relaxing, I'm excited to dive into today's topic.
Oh, I see what you did there. You're smooth, Sarah. But yes, we're talking about the present tense. It's perfect for talking about what's happening now, right?
Exactly. And it's not just for right now. We use the present tense for habits, facts, and things that happen regularly, too.
I love how simple it sounds, but there's actually more to it, right? Let's get into the details.
So, Mark, do you have a morning routine?
Yeah, I do. I wake up around 7 a.m., make some coffee, and check my phone for any messages or news updates. It's the same every day.
Sounds like a nice start to the day. I usually wake up, take a shower, and then have breakfast. I always have cereal.
Ah, a classic cereal person. I can't blame you. It's easy and quick.
Exactly. So when we talk about things we do every day, we use the simple present tense.
Right. The simple present is for things that are habitual or true every day. For example, I eat cereal every morning, or I drink coffee every day.
Exactly. And when we use he, she, or it, don't forget to add an S to the verb, like she works at a coffee shop, or it rains a lot in the spring.
That's the tricky part, right? I always forget the S sometimes.
It happens, but no worries, you'll get used to it. So the simple present is for things that are regular or facts. But what if something is happening right now, Mark?
Ah, that's when we use the present continuous, right?
Exactly. The present continuous is for actions happening right now or around this time, like I am speaking to you right now.
Got it. It's for things that are happening in the moment, like I am talking to Sarah on the podcast.
Perfect. And you can also use the present continuous for temporary situations, like I'm staying with a friend this weekend, or I'm studying for an exam this week.
Right, temporary things. So if I say I am reading a book, that means I'm reading it right now. But if I say I read books, that's a habit or something I do often.
Exactly. And don't forget, the present continuous uses am, is, or are, plus the verb with ing.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. So simple present is for habits, facts, and things that are regular, and present continuous is for actions happening right now or temporary things.
That's it. But wait, there's one more we need to talk about, the present perfect. This one's a little different.
Ooh, sounds complicated. How does that work?
The present perfect is for things that happened in the past but are still relevant to the present. It's formed with have or has plus the past participle. For example, I have visited France.
Ah, so it's not about when it happened, just that it happened.
Exactly. We don't say when it happened, but it's an experience in your life, like I have seen that movie.
I see. So if I say I've eaten lunch, it means I've eaten it at some point today, but I'm not saying exactly when.
Yes, and we also use the present continuous for actions that started in the past and continue to now, like I have lived here for 5 years.
Oh, so it's a connection between the past and now.
Exactly. If I say, I've known Mark for years, that means we met in the past and we're still friends now.
Okay, that makes sense. So let me try. I've worked at my job for 3 years.
Perfect. Now, let's compare the simple past and present perfect a little. The simple past is for things that are finished, like I visited Paris last year.
Right, it's specific. But with the present perfect, it's about life experiences, not when exactly it happened.
Yes. For example, I have watched that movie. But if I say I watched it last weekend, that's the simple past.
Got it. And just to make sure I'm clear, I did my homework is simple past, but I have done my homework is present perfect, right?
Exactly. The focus is on the result of the action in the present.
Okay, I think I'm finally understanding the difference between all three. Thanks for explaining it, Sarah.
You're welcome, Mark. You're doing awesome. Let's keep practicing, and soon you'll be able to use these tenses naturally in your conversations. So, Mark, I noticed that when we talk about routines, we use the simple present. But do you think it's easier to remember these tenses once you practice them a bit more?
Definitely. I think the more you use them in sentences, the easier it gets to recognize when to use them. For example, I've been practicing using the present continuous because it's about things I'm doing right now, like I am learning English. It just feels so natural.
Exactly. It's all about making these tenses part of your daily conversation. Even if you don't know every rule right away, just practice. So let's dive into a few more examples. What if I ask you, what do you usually do on weekends?
Oh, that's easy. I usually relax at home and catch up on my favorite shows. I don't have any big plans, just chill time.
See, there's that usually. We use usually with the simple present to talk about things we do regularly, like a weekend routine.
Right. So if I said I am watching TV right now, that's present continuous because it's happening right now, not every weekend.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about some other things we do regularly. What about food? What's something you eat every day?
Well, I eat breakfast every day. Usually it's just toast and jam. It's a simple habit. What about you?
I usually have fruit with yogurt. It's my quick and healthy go-to breakfast. But if I'm running late, I grab a granola bar. It's a habit to grab something fast when I'm in a hurry.
I know that feeling. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. So these are daily habits, and we use the simple present to talk about them. I eat breakfast every day, I have fruit with yogurt, simple and easy.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about temporary things. What's something that's happening right now for you, Mark?
Right now, I'm sitting here recording this podcast with you. It's happening in this moment.
Perfect. That's a great example of the present continuous. And you could say, I'm enjoying the conversation because it's happening at this moment. But tell me, what about things that are happening around now, but not necessarily in the very moment you're speaking?
Ah, I get it. Like, I'm studying for an exam this week. I'm not studying at this exact second, but it's happening around now.
Exactly, that's still the present continuous. It's for things happening around this time, not necessarily right this moment.
Now that I've got it, let's talk about experiences. What's something you've done recently?
Well, I visited a new museum in town. I've been meaning to go for months, but I finally went last weekend. It was really cool.
Ah, that's a perfect example of the present perfect. You're talking about something that happened in the past, but is still relevant now. It's your experience.
Exactly. And if I said I visited the museum last weekend, that's simple past because I'm saying exactly when it happened. So with present perfect, it's more about the experience itself than the exact time.
That makes sense. Okay, let me try. I've tried new food this week. It's an experience from the past, but I didn't say exactly when, so I'm using the present perfect.
Awesome. You're really getting the hang of this. Now let's go over some common mistakes we make with these tenses.
I think I might be guilty of forgetting the S for he, she, or it.
It's a common mistake, but you're improving. Another mistake is using the present continuous for things that aren't temporary. For example, saying, I am knowing him instead of I know him. We don't use the continuous form for state verbs like know, like, and want.
Got it. State verbs don't use ing. I know him, not I am knowing him. That's a good tip.
Let's wrap up with a quick review. How would you answer this question? What do you usually do after work?
I usually go to the gym, but today I am meeting a friend for dinner instead.
Nice. You use the simple present for your usual routine and present continuous for a temporary change today.
Exactly. I think I'm finally starting to feel confident about these tenses.
Now let's go over some useful words and phrases from today's conversation.
Sounds good. I'm excited to review these.
The first word we use today is habit.
Habit is something you do regularly, almost automatically.
Exactly. For example, I drink coffee every morning. That's a habit. It's something you do every day without even thinking much about it.
Right. And I could say I usually go to the gym on weekdays. It's not every day, but it's something I try to do regularly.
Exactly. Habit is about something you do often, like a routine, but it's usually something simple, like brushing your teeth or checking your phone.
Now, the next word is temporary.
Temporary means something that only lasts for a short time. It's not permanent.
Yes. For example, I am staying at my friend's house this weekend. That's a temporary situation because I'm only staying there for a few days, not forever.
Exactly. Temporary is the opposite of permanent. So when we use the present continuous, we talk about things that are temporary, like I am visiting my parents this week because it's happening now but will end soon.
Right. Temporary situations don't last long, which is why we use the present continuous. It shows that something is happening in this moment or around this time.
Now, let's move on to the word routine.
A routine is a series of habits or actions that you do regularly, usually in a specific order.
Exactly. Like, I have a morning routine. I wake up, take a shower, and have breakfast. These are my daily actions that I do in a certain order every single day.
It's like a set pattern. And I could say my evening routine is to relax with a book before bed. It's something I do regularly, so it's part of my routine.
Right. And routines are usually comforting because they help you know what to expect. It's something familiar that you can rely on every day.
Next up, we have action.
An action is something you do, whether it's big or small. It could be physical, like running, or mental, like thinking.
Yes, for example, I am reading a book right now. That's an action happening right now.
Exactly. We use the present continuous for actions that are happening in this moment. So, I am talking to you right now is an action. It's in progress and happening right now.
And if I say I run every morning, that's also an action, but it's a habit, so we use the simple present.
Right. So, action can be anything you do, and it could be happening in this moment, or it could be something regular you do.
Next, let's talk about fact.
A fact is something that is always true. It's not an opinion or a guess, it's something that can't be changed.
Exactly. For example, the sun rises in the east. That's a fact because it's true all the time.
Yes, facts are always true. We use the simple present for facts because they're always happening or always true. Like water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. That's a scientific fact.
Right. And you can say, I speak English, which is also a fact. It's true for me and it's true all the time.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about the last word, result.
Result is the outcome or consequence of something you did. It's what happens after an action.
Yes. For example, I have finished my homework. The result is that I'm free to do something else now.
The result is the good part that comes from completing an action. Like, I've cleaned the house, so the result is a nice, tidy home.
Exactly. And with the present perfect, the result is often more important than the action itself. For example, I have eaten lunch means I'm no longer hungry, and that's the result.
Right. The action may have happened in the past, but the result is what matters now. So, I have studied for the test means I'm ready for the test now.
Great job. Those are the key words we use today. We've talked about habit, temporary, routine, action, fact, and result.
These are all important for understanding how to talk about the present tense in English, and they help us describe what's happening in our daily lives, whether it's a routine, an action, or something that's just a fact.
Exactly. So now you have some great vocabulary to work with. These words will help you describe what's going on in your life both now and in the past. Practice using them in your daily conversations.
Absolutely. The more you use these words, the more natural it will feel to speak in English. So keep practicing, and soon it will all come together.
And remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn and grow. Let's quickly recap what we learned today.
Sure. First, we talked about the simple present tense. This is used for things that happen regularly, like habits, facts, or things that are generally true. For example, I drink coffee every morning is something I do regularly, so we use the simple present to talk about that.
Exactly. Another example could be, I live in London. That's a fact. It's true every day. So we use the simple present. And when we talk about facts, we're talking about things that are always true, like the sun rises in the east.
Right. And with the simple present, we also talked about how we use S at the end of verbs when we refer to he, she, or it. For example, she works at a hospital, or it rains a lot in the spring. That S is important in the simple present.
Yes, that S is a small detail that makes a big difference. But don't worry if you forget it at first. It's totally okay to make mistakes, and you'll get the hang of it as you practice.
Next, we moved on to the present continuous tense. This one is used for things that are happening right now, in the moment. For example, I am talking to you right now. You wouldn't say I talk to you right now because we're not talking about a habit or routine. We're talking about something happening right now. So present continuous is perfect for that.
Exactly. The present continuous is for actions happening in the moment, like I am listening to this podcast or I am walking to work. But we can also use the present continuous for temporary situations that are happening around now, but not necessarily right this second.
Yeah, for example, I am staying with a friend this week is temporary because it's something happening for just a short period of time. It's not a permanent situation, just for this week.
Yes, and we use am, is, or are plus the verb with ing for the present continuous. So I am staying, or she is working, or they are studying.
Exactly. And remember, the present continuous is not for regular or repeated actions. If we're talking about something we do every day, we use the simple present, like I eat breakfast every morning. That's a regular action, not something temporary or happening right now.
Good point, Mark. So the simple present is for habits, routines, and facts. The present continuous is for actions happening now, or temporary situations, or things that are in progress.
Now, let's talk about the present perfect tense. This one connects the past to the present. We use present perfect to talk about experiences we've had in our lives without focusing on when they happened.
Exactly. For example, I have visited Paris. I'm telling you that I've been there at some point in my life, but I don't need to say when. It's not about the exact time, it's about the experience.
That's right. And we use the present perfect for actions that started in the past and continue to now. Like, I have lived here for 5 years. I started living here 5 years ago, and I'm still living here now.
And that's the connection between the past and the present. It's not just about the action happening in the past, but how it's connected to the present moment.
Exactly. So the present perfect can be for something that happened at an unspecified time, like I have seen that movie, or for actions that started in the past and are still true now, like I have worked at this company for 5 years.
Right. And one last thing about the present perfect. It's not for talking about specific times in the past. If you want to mention when something happened, use the simple past instead. For example, I visited Paris last year. Here, you're saying exactly when you went, so we use the simple past.
Perfect. So today we covered three key tenses: the simple present, used for habits, routines, and facts; the present continuous, used for actions happening now or temporary situations; and the present perfect, used for experiences or actions that started in the past and continue to now.
Exactly. I hope this gives everyone a clear understanding of how to use the present tense in English. With a bit of practice, these tenses will start to feel natural.
For sure. The key is to keep practicing every day, even if it's just by talking to yourself or describing what you're doing in the moment.
Yes, practice makes perfect. And don't forget that it's totally okay to make mistakes while you learn. We all start somewhere, and the more you practice, the more confident you'll get. Now we want to hear from you. Here's the question of the day.
What's one thing you do every day as part of your routine?
We know that everyone has their own unique daily routines. For example, I always take a walk in the morning. It's something that helps me get my day started, clear my mind, and get some fresh air.
Exactly. I drink coffee every morning. It's just part of my routine to get that energy boost. I also enjoy the moment of peace before the day really starts.
And it doesn't have to be something big or special. It can be something small and simple. Maybe you always read for 10 minutes in the morning, or perhaps you enjoy making your bed right after you wake up. These little habits add up and are part of what makes up your daily routine.
That's right. So we'd love to hear your answers in the comments. Let us know what's part of your daily routine. We believe everyone has their own little routine, and it's always fun to see how other people organize their day.
And remember, your answer doesn't need to be complicated. It's all about practicing your English. You can write one sentence, and just like that, you're practicing.
Yes, it doesn't matter if it's a long or short answer, as long as you're sharing and practicing. So go ahead and comment below. We can't wait to see what's part of your daily routine.
Thank you so much for listening and practicing with us today. We hope this lesson helped you understand the present tense better and gave you some ideas for using it in your daily conversations.
You guys did awesome. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to use the present tense in your conversations. The more you use it, the more natural it will become. And soon you'll be speaking English like a pro.
Exactly. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. Don't worry if things don't click right away. Every mistake is a step closer to improving your skills.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps us keep making these lessons to help you improve.
We upload new videos every week, so make sure you hit the bell to stay updated. That way, you'll always be the first to know when we release new content.
Thanks again for joining us on Speaking English Daily Dose. We love having you here with us.
Take care, and we'll see you next time. Keep practicing and making progress every day. You're doing great.